Hi guys, today I will be doing my January wrap up and my February TBR. I know it's a bit late, but you know, all my videos have been a bit late lately. I'm really trying to work on that and I really apologise. So in January I only read 3 books. Yeah, partly because I'm lazy, partly because I'm slow, and also because I started reading a bigger book, which I didn't get to finish, so I will talk about that. Anyways, the first book I did finish was The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I absolutely adored this. Oh my gosh. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. It was the best way to start the year. I absolutely loved it, and I really love this edition. The Alma Classics edition, I bought it from Shakespeare & Co. in Paris. I'm sure everyone knows what this is about, but if you don't, it is about a mysterious character called Mr. Gatsby, who lives next to our narrator Nick Carraway in New York in the 1920s. Gatsby throws a bunch of parties, and one day he invites Nick, and they start to build a sort of friendship, and it's just about their connections with other people, like Nick's cousin Daisy, and Gatsby, and various other things, and just sort of life among the rich within the 1920s, and the writing style is absolutely beautiful. I was actually very impressed with the movie after reading this because I'd seen the movie before I read the book, and I was just quite impressed by it because there were so many things that they had kept in the movie that were in the book, and also the characters were very reflective of the ones in the book, and I just thought they'd done a really fantastic job, so good job Baz Luhrmann. But yeah, this book was just fantastic. I recommend it to absolutely everybody. The second book that I read in January was 84 Charing Cross Road by Helen Hanff. This book is set in the 1940s. This is actually based on a true story. So Helen is the main character, and she's writing about her experience with the bookshop on 84 Charing Cross Road in London. Now, Helen lives in America, and basically what happened was she couldn't find any decent books in her local library or bookstores, so she started talking to the people who worked in Marks & Co. at 84 Charing Cross Road address, and it's basically just about their friendship and how they got to talk to each other and interact, and it's all done in actual letters. Like, I kept reading this thinking they were emails, and then I realised that they didn't have emails back then. These all would have been like typed letters, either handwritten or on a typewriter, and I just found that really cute. Yeah, so it's just basically about books, and it was just really interesting. By no means fantastic, but by no means terrible either. It was just really, really sort of a light read. Didn't really care for it much, but if you want something light, it's a really fantastic read. I gave this 3 stars. Yeah, that was about it. And the last book that I finished in January was The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Fiedler. And to be honest, I didn't like this. I found it sort of dull. At first, I was intrigued because the opening little bit was quite good. And then after that, it just sort of slowed down, and I got really bored. I got about 100 pages from the end, and I sort of was really thinking of putting it down, and I flicked toward the end and basically read the last paragraph, and clearly I didn't read the entire 100 pages, but I felt like what I saw in the last paragraph was very reminiscent of what I was already reading, and therefore I felt like nothing was going to happen within those 100 pages, and so I just sort of gave up on the book. So I only gave this 2 stars. I really wanted to like it, but it just didn't happen. Like, I was interested because I knew it was about mental illness, which is something that's quite close to my heart, but it just didn't do it for me, and I just got sort of bored. But if it is something you're interested in, mental illness, I do recommend giving it a try. It wasn't my thing, but I know lots of people who loved it, so I would still recommend it if you're interested in the topic. Now for my currently reading books. So at the moment I'm reading 4 books. The first of those 4 books is The Ruby Circle by Rochelle Mead. I bought this like 2 days ago. I have barely started it, but I plan on reading quite a lot of it this weekend just because I really just want to get through it quickly and finish the other books I'm reading. This is the last book in the Bloodline series, and I absolutely adore the Vampire Academy and the Bloodline series. They are some of my favourite series of all time, and I'm just so excited to read this book, but I'm so nervous as well because I really don't want the series to end. I've loved these characters for almost 12 books now. Well, this is the 12th book, and I just really don't want it to end, but I'm so excited. I'm also reading Othello for school. I'm not very far through this because I'm sort of reading it slowly with my class and my year group, but I'm actually quite enjoying it. To be honest, it's an interesting book, and I've been wanting to read it for quite a long time, so it's cool. I'm also reading The Bronze Horseman by Paulina Simons, Paulina Simons, I think. I don't know. I've always heard it pronounced Simmons, but it's spelt Simons, so please correct me if you know. But I'm very interested in this. I'm loving it so much. Oh my gosh. I'll probably have a review up for this when I'm done. I'm almost halfway. I've been reading this for ages, but I've just sort of been taking my time with it because I've been really busy with schoolwork. This is the reason that I didn't finish many books in January, because I started reading this and clearly have not finished it yet. So there's that. And those 3 books are actually the main things on my February TBR. I just basically want to finish all 3 of them. That's my goal. And I don't know if that'll happen because we're already halfway through and I'm quite busy, but I would like to get through as much of that as I can. I'm also reading You Can't Read This Book by Nick Cohen at the moment. I think I've talked about this in a previous video, but it's basically just about censorship and what we should be allowed to say and what we shouldn't, and sort of freedom of speech and how far does that stretch. Like, when does freedom of speech become wrong? Like, you can't just go out and be racist to everyone or things like that. Like, there's a line, and sort of where should that line be? It's quite a hard read. Haven't read much lately. I'm basically just trying to get through this by halfway through the year, I think is my goal. So I'm just sort of reading bit by bit by bit. So yeah, this is not on my February TBR. I don't want to finish it in February, and I'm not going to, but I do want to continue reading it in February. If I do end up finishing the Ruby Circle, Othello, and the Bronze Horseman, I would like to go on to read Aristotle and Dante, Discover the Secrets of the Universe. It's a couple of reasons for this. First one is that Kat from Little Book Owl, I'll link her channel below, she has got her little book club. Yeah, the January and February pick is this book. So given that I already own it, if I can read it in February, I would like to, but I'm not going to push myself to read it. I am aware that I have quite a big TBR as well as quite a big workload from school. So if that happens, that would be cool, but yeah, I'm not going to push it. That's really it. My main goal is just to finish those 3 books. So yeah, let me know down below what books you plan on reading in February, and I'm really, really looking forward to hearing from all of you. Also, I just wanted to say I'm trying to upload more regularly and more on schedule. So I'm thinking that I will try and upload every Friday or Saturday. There may be a couple of other videos in between then, but I'm going to try and do at least 1 video on a Friday or a Saturday. Australia needs Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I hope that's okay with everyone and that works with everyone. And I hope everyone's enjoying their reading lately. Let me know down below, like I said, what you're reading. And I hope everyone just has a great week. Bye!